Hello everyone, welcome back to Dakota's Political Circle, and today I wanted to talk about how the Laken Act was officially signed by President Trump today, which is honestly amazing. I'm really happy it actually ended up happening, and it finally happened. He ended up signing it. Actually, I'll show you the video in a second, in just a minute, just to show you that Trump was signing it and stuff. And it's just really awesome stuff like this actually got signed in. This is also Trump's first, bill to get signed by Congress, and it was by bipartisanship. I can't remember the exact amount it was by bipartisanship, but I know it was signed significantly. It wasn't like a unanimous vote though, but it was a significant amount of senators did support it, and it went over the threshold of 60 votes, so it did pass. And I'm really glad that Trump is officially signing it. It's really, really awesome to see. I'll also explain to you exactly what the Laken Act is, and then I will also talk about some other things that happened today as well along with it. But let me talk about what it's actually about. So this is what it's actually about. I'll show you the video in a second, but the Laken Act is a law that would require the DHS to detain non-citizens who have been charged with or convicted of specific crimes, including theft-related offenses, assaulting a police officer, or other crimes resulting in deaths or serious bodily injury, such as drunk driving. This act was named after Laken Riley, a Georgia nursing student who was murdered by an illegal immigrant who was previously cited for shoplifting. The act also allows states to sue the DHS for alleged failures in immigration enforcement. It was passed by Congress with bipartisan support and signed into law, today by President Trump. The legislation aims to strengthen immigration enforcement by mandating the detention of non-U.S. citizens accused of these specific crimes. And I also checked just in case, would this be include murderers and rapists? Which it would. It would be covered under the death and serious bodily injury, as well as drunk driving. So that's really awesome. I'm really glad this is getting put into effect. I'm very surprised it hasn't been put into effect at all. It's crazy this hasn't been into effect for years. But I'm really happy it's been into effect. This basically means basically we can detain non-citizens. So this isn't illegal immigrants. This is more or less immigrants that came here. They could come here legally or illegally, and if they don't have a citizenship, they would basically be detained. And they would be detained and basically sent out of the country and stuff like that. So basically what they deserve. Looking at the actual video here, this is him actually signing it. I'll actually show you the video right now just to show you him actually signing the Laken Act, which is an awesome bill, and I'm very happy it's getting signed into law. It's just so awesome to see legislation get passed under Trump's leadership. I do know that Biden was president when it was passed bipartisanship, but it was more or less Trump that wanted to actually end up doing it. And also I think Katie Britt was the sponsor of the bill as well. I can't remember exactly, but I think so. But yeah, let me show you the video now.
Thank you. We're going to sign this in honor of Laken Riley. Come on up here, some of the people that we love that have been so instrumental. Okay? Thank you.
Mr. President, government funding, can you take a quick question on government funding and pause?
I don't think this is appropriate time, really. I respect that, but I don't think it's appropriate. I can just tell you government is doing very well, and we're cutting way back, but this is not the appropriate time. Thank you.
Okay, so he did sign the bill. And it's really great to see that. But also, if you watch the video as well, he also, like a reporter mentioned something about, cutting certain programs and stuff, which is pretty disrespectful when it comes to this act in particular, because this act in particular, literally, if it wasn't enacted a long time ago, Laken Riley would have never ended up dying. So it's very tragic that, something like that happened because this bill was never put in place to begin with. And you just have a reporter basically acting like he doesn't care about the actual bill signing, and he's like, "Oh, let's talk about something completely different," which is just insane. But luckily, Trump handled it correctly, and actually waved him off. But I'm really glad this bill got signed into law. It's really awesome to know that anything that happened to Laken Riley will never happen to anyone else from here out because of this specific bill that just passed. And then also getting to other stuff, this also just came up today, which is really awesome. So U.S. border encounters, which I kind of expected this. U.S. border encounters plunged 92% to 92.9% under President Trump. And if you look right here, all the way up to close to when Trump was inaugurated, it was about like over 2,000 a day. I think that's in the thousands. Yeah, 2,000 a day. And then now it's the daily average of 148 a day. It's crazy how much, people that cross the border are scared when Trump's in office because, we'll easily get rid of them. And this is exactly what I thought was going to happen right after Trump got into office. So it's great to see that, the enforcement is there. And also, Trump did say we could also use force against these illegal migrants. So it is really nice to see a massive change in administration when it comes to that. And 92%, that's a massive amount. That's a big change. So it's really nice to see something like that, especially just right after his inauguration happened. That's just insane to see. And then also to show right here, I also wanted to talk about this. So RFK Jr., he was doing his, nomination hearing today. Well, one of them. I think it's his finance one. And then I think his health secretary one would be tomorrow. Which I think I post this video tomorrow, so it'll be today technically. But he was doing really well at his hearing. He was, Bernie Sanders was blasting him about like clothing. He, I guess, pays RFK Jr. like funds, I guess. And then Bernie Sanders was basically like, which one of these brands would you choose? Like he was just being like really stupid about it and really didn't know what to say. Bernie Sanders is like a shill for the drug pharmacies, and RFK Jr. was actually making a joke right here about something else. So he was saying about like a McDonald's cheeseburger and stuff. Like they were asking about like how he would be as like a health secretary and stuff, and he was just talking about like you should be able to get whatever you want, whether it's a Diet Coke, a McDonald's cheeseburger. But you should know what the impacts are on your health, which is absolutely true. That's exactly what we need to hear. But let me show you the video.
Food away from anybody. If you like a cheeseburger, a McDonald's cheeseburger, a Diet Coke, which my boss loves, and you should be able to get them. If you want to eat Hostess Twinkies, you should be able to do that. But you should know what the impacts are on your family and on your health.
Thank you. Senator Wyden.
Thank you very
I don't.
That's the exact truth right there. That's exactly what we need to hear. Hopefully, most likely, I'm assuming the committee and also the Senate will vote for RFK Jr. I'm a little bit more worried about Tulsi Gabbard when it comes to that. Her hearing is not here yet. I think it's on the 30th, so today I guess it would be. But when it does happen, hopefully she also gets through. But I'm assuming the committee is getting a little bit more favorable to RFK Jr. So I'm assuming he'll pass committee, and then he will most likely pass the Senate. With Tulsi, I don't think she'd fail in the Senate. I'd be more worried about the committee. I'd be kind of worried about the people in the committee voting against her. But when it comes to, the Senate, I think she would pass significantly well. And then also talking about confirmations, I wanted to bring up recent confirmations that have happened that I might not have talked about. But just to show you right here, the most recent ones, I do think I talked about Scott Bessent, but I did not talk about Sean Duffy and Lee Zeldin. And to bring those up, Basically, Sean Duffy, the Secretary of Transportation, overwhelmingly passed the floor Senate vote, so he got it 77 to 22. Did a really great job. I'm really happy he was able to get it. And even Lee Zeldin, which is kind of surprising, he got a significant vote as well, like 56 to 42 for his EPA administrator. So like 56 to 42 is really significant for someone like Lee Zeldin. Like I expected a little bit more opposition for someone like him, but 56 to 42 is pretty good. You got a little bit of Dems in there. Not sure who exactly because I don't have it up right here, but it is really nice to see that Trump has more of his administration to go, but not everyone is done yet. Like there's still a bunch to go here. What I'm assuming next will be Doug Burgum because his is actually scheduled. His is actually scheduled for tomorrow, so tomorrow we'll know if Doug Burgum passes, which I'm assuming he will because looking right here, even the closure vote was 78 to 20. So at the very least, he might have like a 60 or above 60 margin. I mean, even Lee Zeldin had a 56 to 42, which was exactly what the floor vote was. Some of them are different. You know, Sean Duffy was a 97 to 0, but he ended up getting less. That's why I think maybe Doug Burgum might get like in the 60s, maybe 65, 66, or something like that. But I think he'll be overwhelming as well. And then I think Pam Bondi will also be sometime soon. And some of these others as well. Some of them have been delayed, like Scott Turner's been delayed. We got Chris Wright's been delayed. Secretary of Veteran Affairs has been delayed. Russell Voigt, it doesn't look like he's been delayed, so he should be tomorrow for the closure vote at least. And then, you know, you got Russell Voigt who has been delayed for a while. So some of these have been severely delayed. I mean, the Dems are just trying to delay, which really sucks. And then there's Elise Stefanik. She is up for tomorrow for closure at the very least. I think everyone will go through. The only one I'm worried about is Tulsi and RFK Jr. Everyone else, I think, will pass with flying colors. I even think Kash Patel will pass with flying colors. I don't think he's really going to get too much opposition. So I honestly think the only ones that are really like worrying to actually pass through are Tulsi and RFK Jr. As long as they pass through, I think everyone else in the administration will pass through easily, and hopefully we don't have to go through like recess appointments because I would rather them, you know, pass it like through the Senate than having to go through like a struggle of getting recess appointments and stuff like that. We really want to get Trump's agenda going. It just sucks the Dems are taking so long to get these, you know, his administration through. But hopefully it's more swift when the more controversial picks start getting out of the way. Well, you know, controversial to Dems. But anyway, guys, I just want to talk to you guys about that today. Really want to talk about the Laken Riley Act, tell you what it was about as well if you didn't know what it was about, and then also to tell you about, you know, some of Trump's cabinet picks, if they've been already voted on and everything like that. Just wanted to talk about all that today, guys. I'll definitely have a video soon. I'm not sure when, but if RFK Jr. or Tulsi Gabbard go to a committee vote and they pass, if they fail, I will definitely make a video on that. If they do pass, I will definitely wait on the floor vote to make a video. And when the floor vote ends up happening for both of them, I will absolutely make a video on how the results turned out for them because they're massive people that we really need to talk about. Also, Kash Patel. I'll definitely talk about a video on Kash Patel as well if he ends up passing, which I'm assuming he will. There's not too many bigger people when it comes to the cabinet, like more controversial that are more big to know about. Because obviously Pete Hegseth already went through and passed. So there's just, you know, RFK Jr., Tulsi, Kash Patel. I don't think there's too many others that are too significant. I know Pam Bondi's pretty big, but she's not, you know, she's probably going to go through with flying colors and stuff. But anyway, guys, let me know in the comments how you feel about this video. I'm not sure when my next video will be out exactly, but I'm probably going to guess it's pretty soon, depending on how all the votes go for each, a lot of the members and stuff like that. And also, you know, Trump has been putting a lot of stuff, you know, putting a lot of executive orders out and stuff like that. So if there's anything else that starts coming out sometime soon, I'll definitely update you guys with it. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.